Aries! Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Aries for April 2020. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, all the Aries. Maybe you've already had your birthday, and if you have, happy birthday. And if you haven't yet, happy birthday. Okay, so I'm an Aries Taurus cusp. This is our month, okay, guys? So let's have a look. We're going to use the Witch's Tarot here. Alright, let's tune in, see what you guys can expect. Good news, of course. Let's see what the guides want to say about for you guys. Oh, positive, positive. Let's have a look. Things are... Oh, you guys, I feel like you guys are really investing in the self. You guys are really investing in yourselves. This is, again, I feel like you're using this energy for good. I feel like you're really going within. This is the Five of Swords in reverse here. So this is like you're not entering into disagreements. You're not taking any bait. If you're seeing things online that you're not disagreeing with, you're just pulling right back. We've also got the Three of Cups in the reverse here as well. This is like you're sticking to your group, to you, and that's it. You're not entertaining any silliness. You're not going to take a bait. You're just going to kind of, I feel like you're observing, but not in a weird way. We've also got the Page of Swords in the reverse. This can be the Observer's card, but it can also be about kind of harsh communication. So I feel like you're just kind of not taking any bait this month. It's like you're observing what you need to observe, and the rest you're just kind of I feel like you're feeling it out. I feel like you're feeling things out. You're observing. This is like really feels like observational. I feel like they're saying you're onto something here. It could be that you've actually got involved in something or taken on something that you wouldn't ordinarily have started or taken on. Maybe it's a new hobby, maybe it's a new learning area, but you're really investing into this. And then I'm hearing until when it's time. So it could have been something that you'd previously invested in that's starting to culminate around this time, but there's an investment of your time that you're getting back. They're saying it hasn't been for nothing. So if you're sat there going, oh, I've wasted my time on all these things, and what do I do? They're reassuring you haven't. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Don't underestimate this time. This is the time for miracles right here. I'm telling you now, this is the time for miracles. Now, I don't know if you'd have watched my live, but I did mention on my live that there's going to be, apart from miracles, there's going to be, this was the live done on, I think it was the 23rd. There's going to be new changes and revelations around land and water, right? Well, they've just announced that there's something in the icebergs that they've noticed, right? So that's the first of, I feel, a few things they're going to be noticing that pop up on land and pop up in the water. And obviously with the icebergs, it's a combination of both, isn't it? It's a hardened water-like consistency. You are going to be the human embodiment of that. So it's like you are going to be discovering new territories within you, okay? Things that you wouldn't have noticed, things that you're going to be shifting in a way that you're just like, and people are going to be like, who is this? The same person here? Who is this? And you're going to surprise yourself. Don't underestimate yourselves here, because this is some heavy hitting energy you guys are in. And don't forget, you guys are the beginning of the zodiac. You're the starting warriors. You are the warriors of this whole 2020. This is your energy you embody. Now you might sit there and go, I don't want to be the warrior. Why? Why did you make me do this? Why did I come here? I don't even like Cocoa Pops. That's all we got to eat, Cocoa Pops. Don't worry. You have to keep your faith. Keep your faith. If you don't know what Cocoa Pops are, they're the little chocolatey pebbles that, you know, kids eat and stuff. Maybe you're craving Cocoa Pops. I don't know why Cocoa Pop popped in my head. Six of Cups. Look at that. This is about returning to your childhood essence. This is about returning to your inner child playfulness, right? I'm not even going to lie to you. I spent about 4 hours looking for my hairbrush today. I'm in one room. I'm only in the one room. Like, where? And I'm just like, am I missing something here? Like, why? And then I'm like, they're having a giggle. They're clearly having a giggle. And I know I'm about to film Aries' video. This is going to be for the video. I can guarantee you they're going to be like, talk about the hairbrush incident. So how it works is, I feel, is as above, so below. We hear that comment a lot, don't we? We hear that being spoken about a lot in the collective. We are in that embodiment now. We are in that energy. So where there's been a lot of injustices, a lot of negative, low vibrational energy, the collective, because we are all one embodiment or fragment, we're different fragments of the same energy, essentially, in my opinion. Obviously, you're free to have your own opinion there. We are essentially now having to pick up the slack, and there's a recalibration going on. This is my opinion of everything, right? And so because of that, the veil is extremely thin. I mean, essentially we're transitioning into a fourth dimension. That's essentially what we're going through, and essentially we'll be resting at 5D, right? But the veil's very thin, to the point where before this video filmed, I literally was looking for my hairbrush and found this feather, right, which is a browny red feather, right? Now, according to Spirit, browny red feathers are about protection, are about home comforts, are about good fortune, good news, and unexpected revelations and positive changes. So guys, don't forget, if we're looking at this as within, so without. By the way, I did wash my hands and I am self-isolating, so just because I've touched my face yeah, so just FYI before people start freaking out. And don't worry, I'll wash my hands in a minute as well, because now I'm like overthinking it. Like, so anyway, this is a little sign. I mean, yes, it was for me, but this is for you guys. This was for you guys, because I remember thinking, this is for Aries. This is for me and Aries, and obviously I am an Aries Taurus cusp, and I'll be saying this to Taurians as well, because I feel like it applies to them. But the as above, so below. Now, obviously, I'm your reader. Essentially, you've chosen, and I'm honoured to be your reader, to be the middle guy, passing through information. But obviously we are a reflection of what we are in and who we are. Okay, so I am that I am. I am all that I am. And where there's a reflection of that, it's like there's a dualistic, because we're still in that three-dimensional energy, aren't we? So there's still a dualistic nature to all this. So while everyone's stressing out, they're sending cherubs in. And I picked this up on my live the other day, and I was like, cherubs, I keep getting cherubs. What is that? And cherubs are the ones that alleviate things. They're the helpers. They are the energy that comes through when there's a new beginning. They are the little it's like that essentially through the transitions of time and the transitions of death and rebirth, the cherubs are the beginning point of that rebirth. The cherubs are at the tree of life that are waiting. They're the people that are transitioning from one incarnation to another. So they're the guys that have passed over, have incarnated again, and essentially reincarnated, and are being born again. So the cherubs are the rebirths of our energy. Now, because I'm feeling that at the moment, you've got to remember, it's like, this is about birthing pains. We're in birthing pains at the moment. It's like any birth of anything. We have to give it time to come through, okay? And sometimes it can be hard to transition into that energy. But you guys are doing it very well. But this is the playful, childlike energy that they want you to step into, because it will help you at this time. Because I'll tell you now, my hairbrush, I've looked 4 hours in one little room. Let's be real. Let's be realistic here. There's only a few places this could be, and they're playing. They're trying to be playful. So, yeah. I'm still looking. I don't know where it is. Like apologies if my hair looks awful. Yeah. They're having a giggle. I even sat on my bed and I was like, okay, let's play along with this now. I'll close my eyes and count to 10. I thought they were playing hide and seek with me. I was like, okay, this is getting ridiculous now. I get it. You're trying to insert some playfulness in me, but frick, I need to do some things. And do you know what they said to me when I said that? They said, all in the right timing. All in the right timing. And do you know why? Do you know why they said that? It's because when I sat down to film your video, because I was laughing in the end. I was like, okay, this is kids. It's like the energy of kids, you know, where it's like giggly and jokey and kind of like this was the energy, and I was totally in that energy when I sat down thinking, oh, forget it, because I love kids, you know. And so I sat down thinking, right, let's start Aries. And I've touched my nose again now. I'm losing at this, the total failure of this. Wash my hands, Jale, wash your hands. Right, yeah. So now I've forgotten my train of thought. Yeah, so I sat down here to sit and do this for you guys, and they were like, you need to do a healing. And I was like, well, that's a change of the book. So you got to remember, if you're, and I've recorded 2 healings now, one for the 7 chakras and another one for if it's needed, but I'm not going to publish them just yet because I want to make sure they're all legit. I'm a bit picky about my healings that I do because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So very much, they're saying just tell them that you are very much getting dragged by the guides as usual. So yeah, so if you are in that state over the next coming month and you're like, where is this freaking book? I've put it down and it's gone. Like I missed my foundation, what's it called? I want to say sponge, but it's not, beauty blender. I've no idea where my beauty blender is, and I ended up luckily having another sponge to use. Maybe that was a blessing. Again, we've got to be careful what we're doing at the moment. No idea what my hairbrush is though. No idea. And the worst thing, see, this is the thing, right? You may be missing items, okay? You may be missing items. So if you're missing items, go along with it, because it's they're leading you somewhere for a reason. Because I wouldn't, if I hadn't have gone with that, I wouldn't have sat down in the energy I was in, and I wouldn't have heard them say healing. You know, do the healing. Because you got to remember the cherubs are the angelic realm, and there's a blessing behind this. And I'll be honest with you, if I hadn't have looked for the hairbrush, I wouldn't have found this. So don't forget, there's a method to madness sometimes, all right, guys? So just really keep that and feel it out. So if you feel like this is happening with you now, go with it. Because the rewards are there. The rewards are coming in. You've got to have the faith. Okay, he's got his armour on. He's in full lockdown mode. We get it. We get it. The horse has even got the eyes closed. But look at the pentacle. If you are struggling at the moment, you send that upstairs. Because people are at the moment. Let's not forget about that either. People are. And that reminds me, I have to do a cleanse for that and post that as well. Let's see what else they want to tell us here. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. So, okay, you may be feeling like your independence is being taken. You may be feeling like you can't have that alone time. Or maybe you feel like that alone time was taken away from you. Don't forget there's a blessing behind, and trust me on this. This is, you know, you gotta, not always easy, but I did Big Brother in UK 2014, and the best way to deal with these situations if you are in a lockdown is mental mindset. Your mind is a state of mind. Your peace is a state of mind, and your mind is free. You have to utilize the mind at this time. Mindfulness is also a very good practice at this time for you that I'd be recommending. They're also talking here about the full moon on the 6th. Okay, the full moon on the 6th is, something tells me it's in Scorpio, which I think is opposing you guys. Again, check. I'm not 100% on that, but just check it. Pay attention for the full moon on the 6th, because if it is, it's going to be opposing you guys. It's going to be opposing where your sun is, which can cause interference, confusion, conflict, and almost like a splitting of needs. Okay, so just give yourself some extra kindness, all right, around that time. Don't try and force this to be upright because you want to try and push it through. There may be a reason why the timing of things, like I said about the hairbrush, they don't do these things to me because they want to try and wind me up. They do it because I need to communicate that to you, to experience it myself, so I understand you guys, so that I can explain to you what the best course of action is. Okay, usually you just send it upstairs and then it will appear when it's time. Now if you're sat there going, well, it's food, look, I need my food, I'm with you. Trust me, I'm with you on this. But this is about surrender. This is, I'll be honest with you, when I connected with you guys before this video, I'm feeling a lot of tension around here. This is not because of anything going on. This is your masculine side. The right is your masculine side, okay? Your masculine side is not sitting well with this. You're like, rah, I want to do something. This is teaching us to go into that yin energy, that feminine energy. Even if you're male, we need to really utilize that feminine yin energy, you know, that kind of playful surrender energy, because this is what is going to help us. It's not going to, because you're going to wind yourself up. You're going to, from where I'm looking, bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords. Classic, you know, Spirit classically show me you are free. In your mind, you are always free. How I survived my 7 weeks on lockdown in a Big Brother environment was, do not sit and wait until the day that if you do that, you're just going to wind yourself up, right? You live a moment by a time, you live minute by minute, you live hour by hour. You don't sit and go, when is this going to happen, when is that going to happen? Because I'm telling you now, that is going to sit and it will drain you. Because I'm telling you now, wherever you are in the world, maybe you're in the Western hemisphere, you're in the Western area of the world. We got a couple of months, guys, so I'm not going to sit and lie to you about that, all right? You don't keep firm and focused. As this goes along, you'll get more and more focused with this, okay? Because they're transitioning you into a new energy. They're transitioning you into, they're fine-tuning your strengths. They're fine-tuning your strengths. Underneath the 8 of Swords is the Wheel of Fortune. So when you come out of this, there's such a strong change, and it's not just because, you know, of anything negative. It's because you've learned a lot from it. Yeah, 4 of Cups in the reverse. So there's something that you feel like was offered but you can't get to, or you want to offer something but you can't do. There's a frustration energy here, all right? At this moment in time, in your immediate world is your immediate world, okay? So like any immediate world, that it becomes a community in your, so wherever you're living in your house, you are in a community now. Your house is your community, which means people need to take responsibility. There needs to be a person to do X, Y, and Z, a person to do cleaning, a person to do the shopping. There needs to be an organisational point, right? There is absolutely no point looking externally and going right out of a window going, why isn't this? Because all that's going to happen, this is like, essentially what this is people are ascending, and there's a lot of low vibrational negative energy that needs to be released. As I've been mentioning since however long ago, that at this time of year, March, April, there would be a huge karmic cleanse. You know, I even channeled the freaking plague gas mask to people in the spiritual community and other things, and they laughed it off. And I was like, okay then. And of course now they're not acknowledging that I said that. Again, that doesn't suit them, does it? So you just got to do what you got to do, guys. Stick to your people. If you're in a position where you're in a house where you're not getting along with people, this is your time. And I wouldn't force it on people either, because that's not going to work either. But just give them space and just sort of, this is a marathon. This is not a race. This is not a race. Okay, what else can you... Oh, look, can you see the 2 of Cups is just peering? There's 2 of Cups there. The bottom of the deck's 8 of Wands. Okay, so this is yours. This is yours for the taking, but you have to... There's a marker in every part of our lives, and this is the marker in the present, okay? Once we've checked through this marker, and there's a little tick next to this marker, because no one can escape this. If you're here on this earth now, you've incarnated with the meaning of being involved in this situation. All right, and I get it. People are suffering. This is a lot going on, but we can do this, okay? Don't underestimate yourselves, especially you guys. Look, 8 of Wands, fast communication, and 2 of Cups. There is someone here that wants to reach out to you. There is someone here that has an emotionally invested energy towards you. But while this is going on, it's not the right time. Because you guys, put it this way, everyone is going to learn something from this. Everyone. And it means your person is going to learn something from it, and you're going to learn something from it. And I've just touched my face again. Sorry, guys. Five of Wands in the reverse. So again, that competitive element, that competitive energy that may have been involved before. There's a lot of fighting going on here. They're saying put the sword down. This is not a time for... Your fellow man have incarnated with you for a reason. As have you. This is not the time to assert your independence in a negative way. If you, obviously you're a leader, so of course it would be leading by example in a positive way, but in a more in a feminine energy as opposed to a masculine is what they're kind of giving me here. There's a lot of unbalanced energy though, guys. It's like you guys are... I feel like you're frustrated with yourselves, that you don't know how to solve this. That's what I'm reading this as. You're getting annoyed with yourselves that you're not able, you don't know what to do about this situation. What else can you tell me, please, for Aries? Aries, April 2020. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. There's no investments being made. There's no movement you're feeling. It's like the things are on hold. And the only two cards that are upright are, again, could also be reconciliation that is coming in as well. But it's not the right time. So there is a reconciliation coming for you guys. But this is about a time of... You're flying solo for the moment. Two of Swords. You don't want to see something. You don't want to see something underneath that. Eight of Swords. Okay, so maybe you are worried that there's a separation that is going to be happening while you're in this situation. Maybe you feel like that's going to be the case. Maybe you feel like there's an ending of something. We've got the World here. What do our Aries feel there's an ending to, please? What is the World card? What is April 2020 for Aries? Could you give me a bit more information? Yeah, it's like you feel there's an ending of this. This is the Ace of Cups. This is usually new beginnings. There is a new beginning coming, but you feel like there's an ending coming. This is not the end. The end is the beginning is the end. I know that sounds weird, but you cannot sustain something if it is not at the right vibration. If something needs to be moved in or shifted into a different vibration, then we're not God. Sometimes we have to go, okay, I'm handing it upstairs and I'm just letting them do what they need to do, and then I'm in charge of what I need to be doing. Okay, we're not freaking... Okay, I get it. Like, you're going to want to take charge of these things, and I'm sure there are certain things you can be doing, but think about this. If you're feeling a resistance, or if you're feeling like, just sit in that energy and be like, what is this teaching me? What am I being shown here? Because there's no point because this feels like resistance energy. You're resisting everything. And I'll be really honest with you. I'm going to be real honest now. So when I did this Big Brother thing in 2014, within about 3 hours, people started losing the plot, and I'm not even going to lie. And it was like Chinese whispers. One person would get wind of one thing, and then everyone would be like freaking talking about it like it was actually happening. And I'm kind of sat there like, and obviously I'm sat meditating like 50 hours a day, so I'm just kind of like trying to figure out what is going on. And I'm just like, this is like wildfire, this kind of false information here. What's going on here? And it is so easy to get swept up in it. So just, you need to kind of understand resistance, but not to the detriment of you and what you're doing, because this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. This is not gonna, and put it this way, you want to mentally prepare for this. If you really feel like you want to fight this, you need to mentally prepare. That's going to be your saving grace in all of this situation. Okay, because when you want to go out, or when you want to do certain things and you can't, you need to be comfortable. It's like you're preparing yourself mentally. So you are very insular, very much of an insular energy. Aries, April. Yeah, I feel like you feel like you can't gain clarity, you can't see truth, you can't see the wood for the trees. Maybe you're not meant to at the moment. Maybe you're not meant to. Be calm and peaceful to yourself. Don't sort of don't expect to know everything, because this is the thing, we're being taught something here. We're all being taught something. And so it's about switching things up, riding the wave when we need to ride it, and then sitting back and observing when we need to. We're transitioning, we're remaining very flexible and adaptive, because as soon as you stick rigidly to one area or another, that is when things happen that are not particularly great. We remain flexible and adaptive at all times, okay? And if something isn't apparent to you now, it will be. Sometimes when we just release it, we'll get the information at some point. Wow. Here he is. Yes, this is you guys in your power. So this is the thing. You're going to, at some point, probably feel like, this is not me. I'm having a little wobble here. Give yourself some time, because I feel like come the end of April, you guys are going to be able to transition into a bit more solid energy. Don't forget, we've got Taurus season at the 20th of April. So, and I'm at Aries Taurus cusp. So there's that grounding energy. This is all this is probably up until the 20th. You may feel like, ah. So just try and understand what you can put that energy into. Where can you put that energy that isn't sort of trying to fight, trying to utilize it for good. Okay? Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed and emotional. Try and channel that in a positive way. Aries for April 2020, please. Aries. Right, I've got a few cards here. Okay, so interestingly, we've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. That's on one side. This is a very cutting energy here. And then we've got, with her, came out strength. There is a feminine here. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're cross-watching for someone who is Aries, who is not happy bunny. Now, I feel like possibly you may have gone into self-isolation or quarantine away from this person, all right? Or this is you and you are away from your other person, your counterpart. Because we've also got on the other side of the desk that flew out there was the Magician. Okay, now someone is trying to manifest something here. It looks like a masculine, all right? A masculine energy. Now again, take it as it resonates. Maybe you're feminine and that's you. Take it as it resonates. Someone is trying to manifest something here. Can you see that figure of 8? This is from the 5D that's being transitioned into the 3D here. So someone is trying to work on bridging that gap, because this is, from what I'm seeing, this is what's going on at the moment. We're bridging a gap. We can't transition into 4D, 5D with my guys are like, with idiots. I'm so sorry. I don't know why they give me these guys. Like, maybe that's what you're thinking. I don't know. Guys, we have to. Let me ask the guides. What if I took on that energy? I don't know if you'd be too happy with me. They're saying they're trying to prove the point that people have to learn very quickly. And the quicker people are learning, the better for everyone else, because this is where we bridge the gap. Again, if we're in this light and dark energy here, very dualistic, it has to be bridged. And so if one faction or the other doesn't do the work for everyone, then it does affect. But what they're saying is there is a set period of time that this will recalibrate itself out. For anyone who isn't acting in the world's best interest will be dealt with harshly. Is there anything I need to do? Help. No, we're okay. It's just the people that I'm talking at the greedy, the people profiting out of this or anything of that nature. That's what they're referring. Because you're going to see a lot of arrests. Just FYI, you're going to see a heck of a lot of arrests. If you're in America and England specifically, you're going to see a lot of people in the summertime, specifically after June until August. You're going to be hearing of different things, but I feel like June, around the end of June, summer solstice, 21st of June, you're going to start hearing of these things, and then August, September, it's going to be like essentially free as a bird. So we've got feminine on one side and a masculine on another. What can you tell me, please, Spirit? Aries, April 2020. Yeah, this is to bring these people together. So if you're in a counterpart situation here that has been separated by this, the masculine is working as needed and is trying to manifest a new beginning and a reconciliation, and the feminine is in warrior zone, which is the Queen of Swords in the reverse with strength. Now, obviously, this is a little bit sharp, can be a little bit cold, so just watch that energy, because we want to recalibrate ourselves. We don't want to be getting sucked into this energy. So if that's you, do everything in your power to look after yourselves. I know it's not easy. Pamper yourselves. If you're feminine, pamper yourselves. If you're masculine, you know, think of a plan. Think of things that you know you want to achieve in these couple of months, because obviously you guys are the goal setters. It's like you're hitting the target. So masculines, like, set that kind of target or that goal that you feel like, maybe in a physical activity type of way, and feminines, nurture yourselves, you know. And again, just change and swap that. Don't just take on, because you're feminine, the feminine advice. Take on the masculines as well, and just, again, ride the wave. This is about transitioning and adapting as and when and how we need to. I'm sending you guys my love. You're fine. Okay, and don't forget, I do offer healings if you would like me to have a look. I do it via donation. This is on its way. This is coming. It's like it's been sent in the mail. This is being juggled. The dualistic energy is being juggled at the moment. And can you see that figure of 8 that he's juggling? The magician created that figure of 8. The magician created that transition to ground your connection into the three-dimensional energy. Is this a part of all this going on? Is the only way that some masculines or feminines could actually ground the connection in? Was this partly manifested because it was the only way to do it? And I can hear people going, oh, don't be so ridiculous. How could anyone have manifested this? How many people have you heard sitting here asking for change, and we need change, and how many change, and what's going to happen, and why the governments are this, and what? You've got to be careful with your intentions. And I don't, without going into detail, because I'm not going to get into it on YouTube, about how I think it was created, just because I can hear someone asking me the question in their head, and yes, I am telepathic. I'm not going to get into that on YouTube, because YouTube are going to block my backside. Before this happened, I was doing political predictions, and I was clearly getting close, even though I've already. It was literally just like, I mean, I've already channeled the masks and stuff, like, but everyone I spoke to in the spiritual community were like, you can't send that out. It's okay, no worries. Yeah, so we just see how we get on with it. But the masculine is trying to actually anchor your connection from the 5D into the 3D, which part of this is transitioning for you guys to be in a position to be together. Okay, the energies don't match at the moment, because the masculine's taking the normal masculine role, which is the manifestation role, and that kind of, he's doing it in a 2020 version of the old school masculine, which would be the hunter-gatherer. This masculine's doing the kind of, he's trying to pick up the slack from where all you've been doing all the spiritual work, or vice versa. But feminines, please recalibrate yourselves. Don't sort of look at this going, well, why isn't he contacting me? Why isn't he not speaking to me? Because this is, I feel, partly the energy. Because again, don't forget, we've got the masculine here with the sword in the downright position, and you're like, oh, it's over. Guys, let me just break this down for you. The only way counterparts can come together is for everyone to get to the point where they need to, so that there's a match. Okay, it needs to be a vibrational match. If this masculine is not ready, then these couple of months is needed, as is your couple of months, because we also have to take responsibility as a feminine, vice versa. If they're not ready, you're not ready. It's again with the counterpart scenario, with the soulmate scenario, it is one and the same thing. There is things we're going to be learning in these couple of months that aren't going to, we can't have them. Can you imagine if there was a wound? Let's be realistic. If you're in a freaking quarantine situation, and let's say, for example, you're the, you know, you've still got wounds to kind of look through, and so have they. Can you imagine how that's going to go? Because I'm telling you now, in the next couple of months, there's going to be so many people that are going to reassess everything and go, no, that's not for me. It's not time. They can't sit and I'll be totally honest with you. There's a lot of people that when this started being announced, I didn't speak to them. I did not speak to them because I'm just like, I need to get my game face on. Like, I need to get my game face on here. This is not a joke. Like, if I'm doing this job, I need to make sure I'm at my top of my game, because this is when, you know, this is like, it has to happen. Like, I can't be sat here like, oh, you know, I'm woe is me. Like, that's not going to work, you know. So I have to be focused, and that's part of my responsibility. I didn't reach out to a lot of people because I want to get. It's like, it's because I've been. Don't forget, I've been through this before. All right, which is, you've got to, your immediate environment is your community. And when you start, because this is the thing as well, when you start thinking of the outside world, because it is going to start, you're going to start viewing it as the outside world. When you start thinking of the outside world, right? And don't forget, when I did it, I didn't have any phone, I didn't have a mobile phone, so at least you guys can see what's going on. But you're going to start feeling like you're in a little mini community. You can't be overly thinking sort of too far outside of your immediate present, because it doesn't help you. All right, someone needed to hear that message. Bottom of the deck, we need the blessings to come in. We need this to be transitional as best as we can, as quickly and as effortlessly as we can have it. All right, and that means unions when the work's been carried out. And if this is part of the work, then so be it. We just put our big girl pants on, our big boy pants on, and we get on with it, you know, because this is on its way. Ride the wave. Ride the wave. Not that you can, I mean, of course, why would the camera actually function at this time? Ride the wave. Can you see in her goblet, she's got a fish. The fish is abundance. The fish is prosperity. The fish is emotional nurturing. She has everything she needs. Keep that faith. Allow the emotions to wash around you. This is the water energy. This is Page of Cups. This is an invitation. This is an offering. Okay, guys. Right, let's pull some outcome cards for you guys. I'm going to use the Goddess guidance here. This is by Doreen Virtue. Let's have a look to see what you guys can expect for outcomes for the month of April. I'm sending you all amazingly good vibes, of course, so you guys can celebrate your birthday in style, wherever you are. Okay, so outcomes. Aries, outcomes for the month of April, please, Spirit. Aries, outcomes for the month of April. Easy does it. Yeah, go easy, guys. Go easy. Don't sort of overdo it here. Una, easy does it. Call on Nina. There's no need to hurry or force anything to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. As you can see, there's a dove here. The dove is symbolising peace. The dove is also a messenger and is of purity, of hope. Guys, you have to kind of tune into this energy, all right? Ride the wave. Whether that's riding the wave of spirituality, riding the wave of what is, ride the wave. It's the best way to do it. Just go with it, all right? And obviously, there's boundaries. Make sure you know, keep boundaries, but just ride the wave. It doesn't, you know, everything is as it needs to be. And we've got Artemis here, which is the guardian. It says you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Call upon Artemis, okay, guys? If you ever need anything, call upon Artemis. This is the guardian. This is the guardian energy, and she is very, very, very specific with her shot. If she wants to hit something, you know, and pinpoint it and target it, then she will. She'll help. And bottom of the deck, purification. Coventina. It's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and your mind. And look, again, we've got the bird and the cup. The cup is the emotional sustenance and the bird is the freedom of the mind, okay? Hopefully that's of some assistance to you guys. I'm wishing you an amazing April. Take good care. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. All your likes, shares and subscription. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much and speak soon.